Bray Wyatt makes his WWE in-ring return. Plus, was a SmackDown star injured at a live event over the Christmas season? We'll talk about it. Plus, we have an update on an indie talent after their WWE tryout. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Happy Crimbo Limbo, that weird bit between Christmas and New Year's where we don't quite know what day it is, who we are, or where we are. Hence why I'm here. Got a bit confused. Either that or I'm double dipping. I'll let you decide. It was a busy one for some of the stars of WWE over Christmas as we had the holiday live event tour for Raw and SmackDown talent and that always special December 26th Madison Square Garden live event. Now, this was one that they really bigged up in the weeks leading up to it. A multi-man ladder match for the Intercontinental title was on the cards. We knew there'd be a big main event involving the Bloodline, and we knew that Bray Wyatt would be making an appearance. What we didn't know is that this would be the place where Bray Wyatt would make his official in-ring return for WWE. Since his walk through the spooky door at Extreme Rules, we haven't seen Bray Wyatt actually compete in a WWE match. That was until December 26th. When Jinder Mahal walked out towards the Madison Square Garden faithful and declared an open challenge to anyone in the back. He was upset with not being included in that icy ladder match, which we'll talk about in a minute. And the open challenge was consequently resultingly answered by, is that a thing? It is now. Was answered by Bray Wyatt, who headed to the ring, and they had themselves about 3 minutes and some change in ring after Bray's long entrance. The match itself, pretty much all Bray Wyatt, with the exception of a little flurry by Jinder Mahal. And it ended with Sister Abigail from Bray Wyatt for the 1, 2, 3. Pretty much what we expected. There was no way that Jinder Mahal was going to get a shock win over Bray Wyatt in his first match back. Now, this is the first time that Bray Wyatt has competed in a WWE ring since WrestleMania 37, and that fateful loss to Randy Orton in the opening match on night 2 that would spell the end of Bray Wyatt, at least for a while. So this gets his sea legs back in ring. Does it count as canon as his first match back? Well, I'm sure WWE will end up mentioning it because there's a lot of fun had at that live event at Madison Square Garden and stuff that they'll end up talking about anyway, including the ladder match, the aforementioned ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Gunther putting it up against a number of opponents. We were meant to see Ricochet in that ladder match. However, he suffered pretty bad injury during the Miracle on 34th Street fight on the last SmackDown before Christmas. And you might have seen his Instagram now where like his head has been essentially just sealed back together. Yikes, be well soon, Ricochet. So he was swapped out of that match with Madcap Moss. The match went on regardless, and there was some concern in that match for Santos Escobar, who at one point did a beauty of a Frankensteiner off the ladder, but would end up getting caught with a double stomp from Kofi off the ladder and would land badly on his leg. He'd be helped to the back and would miss the rest of this match. A lot of concern with the way that he fell. This didn't feel like a planned spot. It genuinely felt like he landed badly, and WWE made the decision to, you know what, for the sake of this multi-person ladder match, let's get Santos out, let's get him checked out. No official update at time of recording this on Santos Escobar. I don't know how bad it could be. What I do know is, looking on his Twitter, he was pretty happy with being at Madison Square Garden. He had the photo next to the MSG sign. We had a photo of him with his entrance attire, which featured the LWO logo inspired Legado del Fantasma symbol on his top, which I thought was really cool. But hopefully nothing too bad injury-wise for Santos Escobar. It was an awkward landing for him, but hopefully it's a case of they've just gone, let's get him out of the match for the sake of this untelevised Madison Square Garden event, and then let's let him be well for the new year. That's pretty much what I think they did. Away from live event stuff, the WWE office has been pretty much in Christmas mode, it seems. I imagine if you tried to call WWE HQ today, you might get quite a few voicemails. I mean, I wouldn't attempt it. Leave them be. They're on their Christmas holiday. But The patent office has been working, and WWE, just the night before Christmas Eve, so Christmas Eve, if you're Phoebe from Friends, they applied to the trademark office at WWE for the terms all heart, all in, inspire the impossible, from dreams to destiny, desire, determination, destiny, and where the stars align. And now these trademarks are filed for entertainment services, but also have been filed for merchandise purposes in the metaverse, as well as crypto purposes and esports competitions. Now, this could potentially be then some ideas of what WWE have got planned for their venture into the metaverse. Stephanie McMahon was very excited about the metaverse a while ago when they announced WWE Moonsaults, their NFT partnership, for better or for worse. And WWE getting into the esports thing, I wouldn't put it past them. It feels like a revenue stream that I could very well see them getting involved in if they were to do stuff in and around the metaverse. You do realise that we are probably in that timeline, you and I. We are probably in that timeline where at some point we'll be able to put on virtual reality headsets and watch Hogan and Andre 3 from WrestleMania 3 rather, for the cost of like 25 Triple H bucks. That's a terrifying thought. Let's say if AEW got into crypto, they could call their money Young Bucks. I'm just putting that out there. We'll end on a little bit of news about an indie star who WWE really had their eye on at the sort of the tail end of November. So much so that it led to them being invited to a tryout at the Performance Center. Casey Navarro was at a tryout alongside The Righteous from Ring of Honor and Kylie Ray. Since then, we have seen Kylie Ray appearing on WWE Main Event. We haven't heard much more from Dutch and Vincent and any future plans they've got. But as for Casey Navarro, they put out a tweet just the other day encouraging people to tag wrestling promotions that they would like to see him performing in 2023, already announcing that January and April are filling up. Now, this would suggest that at least for now, WWE has no plans to pursue anything with Casey Navarro on their books. It certainly feels like now, and that's not to say that he isn't, it's not a never say never thing. It could be a case of sometimes WWE will see a talent they love, but then encourage them to get out there and do more and get seasoned, and then invite them back in. So there's a very good chance that they've sent him away in order for him to sort of find his groove a little bit more, seek out a bit more of the new sound, and come back to them in a little while's time. But at least for now, it doesn't look like we're going to see Casey Navarro in a permanent place as part of WWE's roster because, well, as he says, January to April is already filling up with indie bookings. And you go out there and make that cheddar, Casey Navarro. He's definitely one to watch. Do keep an eye on him. Plenty of other content across the day on the Cultaholic YouTube channel. So we put together so many special countdown videos and unique little video perspectives that you can watch between now and when we get back to proper running order on the 3rd of January. So look out for that. Plus, if you've enjoyed Desert Island Graps throughout 2022 on the Cultaholic podcast feed, part 3 of the best of 2022 is on your podcast feed of choice right now. So wherever you get your podcast from, you can listen back to some of the best bits from Desert Island Graps. If you search Cultaholic, it'll all be there for you. More news throughout the day, of course, as we get it at cultaholic.com. Stay safe and love you. Bye.